It began with hundreds of fake websites. They looked like normal Microsoft login pages, SharePoint portals, or business dashboards. But every one of them was a trap, carefully designed to steal digital identities at scale. This was RaccoonO365, a rapidly growing phishing-as-a-service platform. Its promise to cybercriminals was simple. Rent our tools, use our ready-made phishing kits, and you can start stealing Microsoft 365 logins in minutes. No need to build your own infrastructure. RaccoonO365 gave you everything, from fake login pages to hosting servers. At its peak, the operation controlled 338 malicious domains, each one dressed up to look legitimate. The logos, the layout, the padlock icon in the browser. Everything checked the boxes of trust. But every keystroke on those pages was being captured and forwarded to attackers. Usernames, passwords, and critically, session tokens. The invisible backstage passes that tell service, this user is already logged in. Steal that, and you can walk straight into an account without the password. This wasn't a random grouping of hobbyists. Microsoft Digital Crimes Unit traced the platform to a single leader, Joshua Ogundipe, based in Nigeria. Joshua and his associates didn't just build phishing kits. They marketed them. They ran a Telegram group with over 850 members where criminals could buy subscriptions, get updates, and share tactics. At least $100,000 in cryptocurrency flowed into their wallets, a sum that reflects roughly 100 to 200 subscriptions and likely underestimates the true scale. Each subscription wasn't a one-off. It allowed a criminal to send thousands of phishing emails every day, adding up to potentially hundreds of millions of malicious emails a year. RaccoonO365 was industrializing crime. Instead of skilled hackers building bespoke attacks, low-skilled actors could rent a polished service, target Microsoft 365 users en masse, and harvest credentials by the millions. The result? A quick path from scam email to full account takeover, from stolen inbox to fraud, extortion, or lateral movement inside corporate networks. Defenders watched as the platform grew. Microsoft, working alongside Cloudflare and other partners, quietly traced the infrastructure. Cloudflare's network intelligence helped map traffic patterns and identify anomalous hosting and domain behavior. Together, they followed the breadcrumb trail, domain registrations, hosting fingerprints, the Telegram chatter, building the legal and technical case needed to act. On September 16, 2025, they moved. In a coordinated effort, Microsoft seized and disabled 338 domains tied to RaccoonO365. Cloudflare's insights disrupted the attacker's ability to rotate domains and hide traffic. The Telegram group that once buzzed with customers and updates fell silent. Campaigns that were sending thousands of malicious messages were suddenly starved of infrastructure. But let's break down exactly how a RaccoonO365 attack unfolded, step by step, and what those terms mean in plain language. First, phishing. That is scam email that pretends to be from a trusted source, an employer, a bank, or in this case, Microsoft itself. The email contains a link that looks safe. A user clicks, lands on a clone login page, types their credentials, and those credentials slide straight into the attacker's inbox. It's the digital equivalent of convincing fake storefront. Everything looks right until you try to buy something. Next, session token theft. Imagine you sign into a concert website, and they hand you a wristband that proves you paid. A session token is like that wristband. If an attacker copies it, they don't need your password. They just flash the wristband and walk in. RaccoonO365's kits were designed to capture those tokens when pages were viewed in a browser environment, giving attackers a shortcut past some security defenses. Then there's scale and evasion. The platform routinely rotated domains and used hosting setups designed to blend in with legitimate traffic. They also provided technical support on Telegram, helping customers tweak templates and bypass filters, which turned what used to be a lone scam into a repeatable, scalable business. What was the impact? A compromised Microsoft 365 account can be devastating. Attackers can read internal emails, impersonate executives to request wire transfers, access corporate files, and harvest more credentials. from one breach inbox, attackers often move deeper into systems, a tactic known as lateral movement. Multiply that by thousands of accounts, and the risk becomes systemic. So how do you protect yourself and your organization against platforms like RaccoonO365? First, treat every unexpected email as suspicious. Pause before you click. Hover over links to confirm destination URLs. And when in doubt, go directly to the official service rather than following a link. Second, enforce multi-factor authentication on every account. But be realistic. MFA isn't a silver bullet against session token theft. So pair MFA with conditional access policies that restrict logins to trusted devices and locations. Third, implement robust monitoring. Enable alerts for impossible travel. When a user logs in from 2 distant locations in a short time, and flag unfamiliar IPs or new device types. Fourth, limit privilege in segment environments so that a single compromised account can't immediately access critical infrastructure. Fifth, educate your teams continuously. Phishing remains effective because it exploits human habits, urgency, curiosity, helpfulness. So regular training and simulated phishing tests make a measurable difference. For platform operators and defenders, invest in threat intelligence and partnerships. Microsoft's takedown shows how collaboration between platform providers and network operators like Cloudflare can dismantle entire criminal services. Share indicators of compromise, monitor domain registration patterns, and work with law enforcement and hosting providers to take down infrastructure quickly. The RaccoonO365 takedown is a victory, but not the end of the story. Phishing-as-a-Service will adapt, new platforms will rise, and criminals will always seek the next way to monetize trust. What this moment does prove is that coordinated defense, visibility into networks, and decisive action can blunt even the fastest growing threats. One leader, hundreds of domains, hundreds of millions of emails, a global effort that turned an active criminal marketplace into an exposed, disrupted operation. The lesson is clear. Vigilance, layered defenses, and cooperation are the best tools we have to keep our digital lives safe. CyFlicks, digital mysteries, real stories.